Hey guys, what's going on? Tennessee Frank here. Thanks for tuning in. Real quick shout out to all my subscribers. Finally hit 400, which I know in the realm of YouTube's not a huge deal. But for me and for my kind of channel, being as eclectic as it is, having, guns, knives, and a little bit of guitar stuff here and there, and then this Linux, it's not any real one focal point that you can kind of grab onto. So to see 400 people just kind of interested in what I spout out. It's really kind of cool, and I appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into it. What I want to look at here, as most of you know, I've been running Debian 10. It's become the stable version. The Buster version is stable now, and with KDE. But there's another distribution that I've kind of messed around with over the years and looked at, and that was Solus Linux. And they recently introduced a testing version with KDE Plasma. That's what we have up and running here in GNOME boxes. And I tried doing it in VirtualBox. Couldn't really get screen resolution to take. So I went ahead and put it over here. But you can kind of see I've got some wallpaper here already, custom wallpaper. But you got options to install here. I went ahead and set this up for dashboard. And there's not a whole lot of stuff in here by default. We can go through just like the different categories. It seems to be fairly sparse, which I like. I don't like a lot of stuff in my distributions if possible. I like to add what I use, and that's about it. That way you don't take up a lot of hard drive space. But you do have like your alternatives here. You can go ahead and do your application menu, which we can look at. Go ahead and open that. And this is more of a traditional menu, if you will. They also have a application launcher, which is another thing you can use. We can look at that. And you can see how, you go from favorites, you got applications, computer, history. So, yeah, you can go like applications and then click, go to your science, click, there's the science deal. And then go back to applications, which I really, for me, that doesn't work either. The one I always go to is this dashboard, and I like this because I see everything I got. Let me go ahead and move this over here. We'll go ahead to all applications, and let's find a spot where I'm not in the way. Let me move me down here. But yeah, all applications, and you can see it's not a whole lot of stuff. I mean, it's fairly sparse. I mean, you got a few things there. And I like that. I mean, I like it to be on the sparse side. Of course, it does have LibreOffice installed. Qubit, Torrent, Spectacle. There are things that I would go ahead and install on top of this. I have my list of things I run. But it's kind of cool to see Solus moving into KDE. A lot of people don't really care for some of the traditional Linux versions, your Debians, your Arch, your OpenSUSE. They want something a little outside the mainstream, and that's where Solus comes in. They're doing their own thing. They have their own package management system. They don't use app or Pacman or Zipper or any of that stuff. They do their own thing. And, you can see that they have quite a bit more software now than when I first checked this out. They have like your theming and stuff, and you can see we just got a pop-up. There are updates available. But Mate Desktop, GNOME Desktop, KDE Desktop core system, just all kinds of. There's the Budgie Desktop. That's one of their main projects is Budgie. But multimedia and graphics. I mean, you're going to have, digicams in here. Eye of Gnome, Fay, which I use Fay. See if they got shot well. There's photos. That's a Inkscape's in there. But yeah, I mean, just about anything you want to do. They're shot well. They've got it now. Anything you want to do, audio. We have Audacity, which is awesome. They've got so much more software than when this project first started. When this thing first started, I tried to use it. There was just so much stuff missing, I really couldn't. Now, I would say I probably could go ahead and install this and use it. Simple screen recorder, which is what I'm using to record the video, it's in there. VLC is in here. Open shot, if you want to go open shot. Multimedia libraries, they have your FFmpeg thumbnail. Gotta have that to see thumbnails of videos and stuff. I even saw Kden Live and stuff in here. So yeah, they have a lot more stuff in here. Tons of stuff here under that was under your system software. Drivers, display, X server, system base, I mean, kernel development, kernel drivers, system utilities. I mean, you go into system utilities, they've really done a good job at getting the repositories filled out. They now have enough stuff within the repositories that you can go in, and actually there's a good amount of software to choose from. There's no reason not to run Solus anymore. And now that they got the Plasma desktop, once it's through and out of testing and they actually have a release candidate, I could see me moving from Debian over to Solus. If nothing else, just partition my drive and put it on a second partition, because it's a really decent system now. And like I said, it doesn't use any of the base systems. It's not Debian based. It's not Arch based. You're not looking at like Red Hat or Fedora or OpenSUSE. You're not looking at anything. It's its own project. So if you're looking for something that's kind of outside the mainstream, that's its own project, hop in there, take a look at Solus. They do have their Budgie desktop. They got the Mate desktop. There's one other that eludes me right now. I can't think of what it is. There's one other desktop that they were supporting. But now, I mean, they're doing Plasma. There's no reason for me not to run this. So in the future, you may see me running this actually on bare metal. I may install this and run it. So, like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. Appreciate all you guys watching. Keep subscribing. We'll talk to you later. TN.Frank out of here.